What if I told you there is a possibility you are not considering? What if wealth isn't just built in boardroom and bank accounts, but also in something far rewarding to both the individual and the society at large? Here is an uncomfortable truth. Millions of Nigerians spend decades working tirelessly, yet professionals retire with little to no reliable platform to build on and no legacy to pass on. But what if the real road to lasting wealth, stability, and legacy lies not ahead of us, but beneath us, in the very land we already have, yet neglected? We live in a society where effort is praised, but outcome often fail expectation. Where long hours and diligent work defines success, until retirement knocks and health fails, time shrinks, and legacies remain unstructured. While many professionals strive to build a life of comfort, career recognition, and eventual retirement, the script often overlook one of the most potent instruments of generational legacy: land. Not just land as a dormant asset, but land intentionally utilized for food production and the manufacturing of agro byproducts. This isn't about buying land and waiting for it to appreciate. It is about activating land, turning it into a hub of productivity, sustenance, and scalable enterprise. In a nation like Nigeria, where food inflation averaged 30.6% in 2024 and over 70% of processed food inputs are imported, the professional who channels resources into agricultural production is not just investing, they are preserving health, sovereignty, and generational security. The average Nigerian household spends 50 to 60% of its income on food. Most commercial farming systems are backed with fertilizers for improved production, thereby negatively impacting our health as we grow older. Land in major cities is now overpriced and overhyped, yet rural farmlands remain underdeveloped, undervalued, and underutilized. The hidden truth in plain sight is active engagement in agriculture, not just as hard labor, but agro-investment. Owning productive land, building food systems, and tapping into the most recession-proof and inflation-resistant asset of all time. The true wealthy, the kind who pass down wealth for 3 to 5 generations, know this. Wealth is not just earned, it is positioned, it is planted. Farmland doesn't just preserve value, it multiplies it. It grows income season after season. It edges inflation because food value rises with inflation. It supports diversification because you don't have to farm it yourself to earn. It creates employment, it sustains family, and most importantly, it builds legacies. In the pursuit of success, we often place all our bets on titles and bank balances, forgetting that real wealth, the kind that grows even when you are asleep or retired, is rooted, quite literally, in the soil. Imagine this: while you climb the career ladder, you also carve out time to acquire fertile land, not in some overdeveloped city center, but in emerging agro zones with long-term potentials. You start a small cassava farm or a palm oil project, perhaps on weekends or through a trusted cooperatives. It is not a full-time job, it is a part-time vision, a smart, quiet edge against inflation, food insecurity, and burnout. Now fast forward to retirement. You are not dependent on a pension or past savings alone. Your land appreciates, your farm produces, your agro-allied venture, once a hobby, becomes a stream of cash flow, purpose, and perhaps employment for others. That single farmland you started in your 30s or 40s becomes the seed for generational sustenance. What if millions of Nigerian professionals embrace this model? We would not only see personal wealth grow more sustainably, we would watch Nigerian food production rise, imports drop, and agro-based industries thrive. A movement like this could change everything from rural employment to national GDP. Because while stock markets fluctuate and salaries rise and fall, land, especially cultivated land, remains steady, loyal, and deeply rewarding. Imagine this. The Netherlands, a country smaller than Niger State, is the second largest agricultural exporter in the world. Nigeria, with over 70 million hectares of arable land, still imports wheat, rice, and even tomatoes. Why? Because while they treat land as a system, we treat it as a status symbol. Because while they see soil as capital, we see it as bush. If you are a professional executive or business owner, here is what you must internalize. True wealth is productive, not passive. You must move from consumption to creation, speculation to stewardship. Your salary, your business, your property are all important, but ask yourself, what are you planting for the future? This isn't just about investment, it's about stewardship. We are not just called to work hard, we are called to build systems, build legacies, build sustainable wealth. The road beyond the office, beyond the flashy lifestyle, beyond market trends, leads back to the land. The question is, will you wait until food becomes luxury before you realize the truth was always in plain sight? Or will you seize the opportunity of strength and resources to start your own journey to building a formidable legacy? The choice is yours.